Hello and welcome to Layers of Living Water. I am so happy you've joined me today. We're going to talk on this week's life lesson about a mule. Now, a mule is a very interesting creature because it comes from a horse and a donkey. So it gets its speed and stamina from the horse, and it gets its sure-footedness and intelligence from the donkey. So the mule is a very strong, very smart, very inquisitive animal. Well, this particular mule happened to be a little bit older, so it didn't really do much work around the homestead anymore. It kind of went out in the day and had a good time and looked around to see what it could learn. And on this particular day, the mule came upon an old dry well. The mule wanted to see what was down inside of it, being that it was so inquisitive. So he stuck his head down in there and he thought he saw something in the bottom of the well. So he tried to put his head down in there a little bit more, a little bit further, and oh my goodness, all of a sudden, that mule fell into the bottom of the well. Well, the mule was very unhappy and started just carrying on and making all kind of noise because it couldn't get out, it couldn't barely move, didn't know what to do, so that they make noise. It was making so much noise, the man heard it from inside the house, and he ran out to see what was going on. See what had happened, didn't know if something was trying to get the mule or what was going on. He followed the noise. He found the old well. He looked down in there and lo and behold, the mule had fallen in the well. Well, the mule continued to carry on and the man said, "Let me see what I can find to try to get the mule out of the well. Surely I can find something to get him out of the well." And he went into the barn and he looked and he looked and he was trying to find something. Seemed like a long period of time had passed by, but he was not able to find anything to get that mule out of the well. All of a sudden, the man noticed there was no noise anymore. He said, "Oh no, let me run back to the well and see what has happened." And he looked down in the well. The mule had laid down, was not moving, not making any noise. The man became very sorrowful because he said, "Oh no, my mule has died." He said, "I'm so sorry. It was an old dry well. I should have filled it in before. Now the mule has fallen in there and died and I can't get it out." He said, "Let me go get my neighbors. We'll just bury the mule. That'll fill up the well and everything will be better, except I'll be so sad that the mule is not with us anymore." So off he went to the neighbors and he was telling them the story. And the neighbors realized how sad and hurt the man was. And he said, "Well, let's go help him so he doesn't have to deal with this problem but for a short period of time." So the neighbors all came over. They had their shovels. They began to shovel in the dirt, shovel in the dirt. All of a sudden they heard a sound. What was going on? The man ran to the edge of the well and he looked down in there. And the mule had stood up. The mule was shaking the dirt off of its back. And he was stomping down on the dirt and it would raise him up a little bit. Well, you can imagine the neighbors began to shovel very fast, very feverishly. They wanted to see what was going to happen. The mule was alive and maybe they could save it. And the more they shoveled, the more the mule would shake that dirt off of its back and stomp the dirt down. With each shovel that went down into the well, the mule was rising up. All of a sudden, the people could see the top of the mule's head, and they got even more excited, and they shoveled the dirt even more because they said, "This mule can be saved. Let's work hard. Let's save this mule. The man will be so happy." So they shoveled hard. They threw dirt. They threw as much dirt as they could. And the more dirt that they threw into the hole, the more the mule would just shake that dirt off its back and stomp that dirt down. Until all of a sudden, the mule leaped up over the top of the edge of the well and he was free. Everybody cheered and was so excited. They said the mule had been saved. They were all so happy. And that's a wonderful story. And you know, my friend, you may find yourself today like the mule. You may feel that life is throwing all kind of dirt at you. You may feel that life is throwing tons of dirt at you. You have a couple choices to make. You can lay down in the midst of your problems. You can lay there and just let the dirt cover you over to the point that you feel, I don't want to live anymore. And you may be there today. You may feel like this is more than I can deal with. But I will tell you today, be like the mule. Shake that dirt off of your back. Shake those problems off of your back. Stomp on them and rise above them. For see, you make a decision. Is the problem greater than you, or is the problem the solution that will get you out to the end? You, my friend, today can be like the mule. You can stomp down on those problems. You cannot give up. If the mule would have stopped and just laid there, the mule would have been covered under the dirt and died. And my friend, today you can give up and just lay there, and you will be covered up and feel like life is no more. You may not die literally, but you may feel like, I don't want to live because of so many problems. And you may be saying today, but I don't have any friends. I don't have anybody to help me. Well, the good news is you can call on the name of the Lord and He'll be your friend, for His word says that He sticks closer than any friend or brother. So you can call on Him and ask for His help, and He will help you. And then you can just stomp on those problems. When they come at you, don't let them fluster you, but look at the problem and say, hey, how can I turn this into a solution to where I can rise above it? And I can assure you, my friend, today, if you will keep on moving, if you will keep on trying, if you will keep on dealing with those situations, keep on stomping them and putting them underneath your feet, you will rise above them, and all of a sudden, before you know it, you will jump out of the well. You'll be happy once again. You'll find that life is worth living. It's up to you what you want to do. Do you want to just let everything overtake you, or do you want to rise above it? I'm here to give you hope today, my friend. You can rise above the problem. You can rise above the situation. Just don't give up. And the more dirt that is thrown at you, the more problems that is thrown at you, continue to think. Be like the mule. Look at the situation. Stomp down on it. It may be hard at first. You can imagine that mule was tired. That mule had been down there in the bottom of the well, but it would not give up. It was taking that dirt. It was taking those problems, and it was going to find a way out. Stomp down on them. Don't give up. Be strong. Be courageous, and you will be victorious. Thank you so much for watching today.